All right. Thanks, everybody, for joining us today. We are live today with some really awesome folks. I'm excited to get this conversation going today. We will be diving into ASI One app by Fetch AI. And there's going to be a giveaway that's tied to it as well. So I'm super excited. We will be talking about this app. And I will tell you that one thing that has always bothered me about crypto is that there are so many projects, but not very many projects are actually building something that is meaningful, that's actually good, that is something that an everyday user can use, right? Like an everyday person who may not know anything about crypto, who may not know anything about AI, and they are able to use it. And so that it's not there. It's very, very, very few companies that I've worked with that actually have a technology like this, right? Normally, we have tech that is targeted towards people who are very well versed in crypto and people who are very, very well versed in AI, but nothing for like let's say your grandma. So I'm excited as we dive into this app today. Before we do that, I want to go ahead and do a quick introduction because I have some really phenomenal thought leaders with me today. And we're going to go ahead and pass the mic on to Joshua. Joshua, if you can tell us a little bit about yourself, and yeah, just start with the introduction here.
Hey, everybody, I'm Joshua Roomsberg, founder of Chain Leak, host of the Chain Leak podcast. And it's a pleasure to be on this today.
I felt
Thank
like
you, Joshua.
here for it.
Super excited to have you up here.
The opening. Sorry, Joshua. You're
Got
three
me.
ladies. I don't know.
I know. This is the craziest part about the whole thing. Oh, man.
All right. Thank you, Joshua. Mikkel, you want to do a quick introduction?
Sure. Yeah. I'm just really excited to be here. This is the first panel I've been on, like with 3 women and 1 man. So like we're going to dominate the stage today. Sorry, Joshua. But yeah, I have been building in crypto and kind of adjacently AI, for a couple years. And I think everything you said, Lady Trader, is spot on. I actually had a space with Taylor last night, streamed to my Facebook friends who are all totally just like normies and like regular people and had 5 or 6 PMs like, wait, what is this? And like, I didn't know you were plugged into this stuff. And can you help me? Like, your friends want help. So it's an exciting time to have a product like this. I think that translates across Web 2 to Web 3. So thanks for having me today. And I'm excited to get into some good conversations.
Yes, absolutely. And last but not the least, I have someone with me today who is just so inspiring. Talk to me, Taylor.
Me?
Tell me who you are.
Who is she talking about? No.
I'm talking about you, Taylor.
I'm so excited. And it's funny, Rob, because you like pumped us up. And I feel like you were like, I'm with awesome thought leaders. And I'm thinking it takes one to know one. You don't get enough kudos. And for those of you who don't know her behind the scenes, because we've been working together now kind of like on and off. You came on my show and you're so awesome. You're like also such a little shark, but like you get the human part and you don't get enough kudos. So just throwing you some praise that you deserve. And also, Josh, the 3 of us here, you wouldn't have it any other way, right? To be
no, I mean, I'd rather it be 3 girls than 3 more guys. So I'm winning.
It is the sausage the sausage press of crypto, right? But Mick, until you said that, I actually hadn't thought of it that way, that it is kind of refreshing, right? With women in tech here, but I love that. But yes, I do have an unorthodox background, definitely different from you guys, which I love. But my background is actually in entertainment reporting. I was a red carpet reporter in Hollywood for years. Playboy magazine called me the celebrity whisperer. The bridge to tech is that I never did things like everyone else. I was always saw ahead, but I was always pushing up against the powers that be and challenging the normies, to your point, and the mainstream narrative. So even when I was a red carpet reporter, I interviewed celebrities on a selfie stick and got them to do, say, be how they like human, like they never normally would. It was like TikTok before TikTok. So I always was kind of ahead, even culturally, right? My show was called Cancel Me Baby, making fun of cancel culture and just saying the quiet part out loud, 5 years before everyone is now like, it's a cool thing. So with tech, I'm really excited about empowering people to harness it, understand it, use it, And as I told Mick on her adoption pod, which was so much fun, I have a personal axe to grind with the tech lords and the algorithms controlling us in that way, with media and information, everyone basically, performing like monkeys for the algorithm. So that's why I'm so excited, to be partnering with you guys, and even what ASI 1 is all about, which you kind of alluded to, Ra, in, having the AI in our own hands and understanding it and bridging the human. So I'm excited.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Thank you so much. That was an awesome introduction. And I do encourage everybody to definitely look her up, Talk to Me Taylor, as well as Mick. She goes by I'd Mint That. And you can find all the comments in the comment section as well. And you can find them there. I will also tag them after the stream so you can find them easier. And they put out some amazing content, video, podcasts, and everything else. So I'm super excited. And you know what really excites me also is the fact that there are not a lot of women in tech, right? And now we are talking about Web3 here. And so that's even worse than what we have seen in the tech world. And so, and in AI, it's even worse than that. So now we have 3 women here that are very well versed in AI, very well versed in technology, very well versed in Web3, crypto, all of that. So I'm super excited to be here with all of you. And of course, Joshua, you're going to have to put up with us for the next 50 minutes or so, but we'll make sure it's not painful for you. So
we'll take a poll if he's still excited about being on a stage with 3 women at the end. Like, he's optimistic now.
He's gonna have his ASI 1 agent come in place of it and be like, you deal with these ladies, you converse.
Right.
You take care of this.
No, absolutely. So let's get started with ASI 1. So ASI 1, I want to give a little bit of a background about Fetch AI. Fetch AI is it's a big company. It's one of the top AI companies out there in blockchain. They have a token as well, which is FET. And there will be a giveaway of Fetch tokens as well. And you're going to learn about how you can actually win those tokens. So stay tuned, and this is going to be exciting. Okay, so ASI 1 is an app by Fetch AI. Yes. There was a big multi-billion-dollar merger that actually brought together Ocean Protocol, Singularity Net, and Fetch AI. And that was like the biggest AI blockchain merger that we've seen yet. And it was just fantastic because all of these great leaders coming together. So Singularity Net and Fetch AI are currently together. Ocean Protocol is no longer part of that, but Fetch AI and Singularity Net are working together and building some great technology. And one thing that I was super excited about was when I heard about ASI 1, it's an app that I could really introduce to anyone. Yeah. It doesn't matter whether you know about crypto or blockchain, whether you know about AI, it's making things super easy for you. But then also the most important aspect that I really like about this app is that it's decentralized. So, you know how whenever you are using technology, we're all used to just, how every time we download something, we just check a little box or multiple boxes. Like, I agree. And it's like, all right, you're just checking away. You
don't know what the hell you're signing up for.
Can I have a list of everything I've checked, please?
Firstborn child, a blood sample, anything else that is.
Okay. What have I promised?
I mean, it's insane. And, we don't really read that, right? We're just like, check. Yes, I agree. And here you go. And, we are just basically selling, like giving away our data that we should be selling, right? We're not getting any compensation for it. And if you actually look at the numbers, it's very scary, to kind of look at how much money it's actually worth. Like, our data is worth so much money and we're just giving it away for free, right? So decentralized, when we talk about decentralized AI, it's so phenomenal because you own your own data. And so it's not like, a centralized app like ChatGPT. It's actually, ASI 1 is even better, like at least personally in my experience when I'm working with it, better than ChatGPT because it just gives me a lot more up-to-date information compared to ChatGPT in a lot of cases. So,
and Ra, if I could interject too, and I don't know if you guys, because your audiences are already so tech savvy, and mine are interesting, right? Because culturally, it's why they were drawn to my platform to Talk to Me Taylor, what was formerly Cancel Me Baby, or previously Cancel Me Baby, because they hate the groupthink and, the thought control. Like, just let me think freely, like step off my gown. Thanks. And what I try to explain, which your audiences intuitively get, right? Which is where all this comes into play. And what I try to explain to the Web 2 folks, be it other content creators or, viewers, is that what exactly, you're getting at, Raw, which is, guys, you think like every IG model influencer who made a living, sweetie, Instagram, Meta could turn off Instagram tomorrow and you would have no, they could shut the lights off. You are nowhere to be seen. Like, they don't understand that you don't own any of that. YouTube, hell, Facebook, right? And that's why I'm so adamant about this technology, is the transparency, the decentralization, and to have the autonomy yourself to own what, not to mention that these creators are making pennies, right? So that's what excites me about it too.
Yeah, no, definitely. So I wanna hear a little bit about, how you came across ASI One app. I know the answer to that, but we'll go ahead and let you kind of explain how you came across ASI One app, and also how do you use it like every day. So we'll start with you, Taylor.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm so excited because we're all sort of guinea pigs in it, but I was the first guinea pig and now I'm watching you guys be the guinea pig. So it is not sort of entertaining. But no, I actually cross paths with Humayun Sheikh, who's high up at he's like, tech genius, high up at Fetch. And he understood that I brought something interesting to the table, and that I am the bridge between the tech, the developers, and the everyday person. So it's been really fun for me. And they kind of brought me in early, and I've been on the ground level with the developers, literally being like, guys, helping them, make it more accessible and human for the everyday person. Like, no one's going to understand this code. This is too difficult, and experiment and play. And at the same time go, okay, how can I help get this out there? Because I am adamant about this Web3 wave and understanding it. And like I said, being part of molding it, how do I get people who wouldn't normally understand to be on board and to understand that AI is a tool? And I loved this too, because I always explain it's like Facebook on steroids, like Facebook in the Web3 world, how it's so personalized and social, which we'll get to. But to help people understand the humans on the other side, the humans underneath. Like, people are wigging out right now that AI is just going to eradicate us into some Westworld dystopia. And so it was kind of the marriage of the two, right? And so that's been my role in it for the last truly, half a year plus. So it's been really fun. And to have you guys is just on top of it is such a treat. So yeah.
That's awesome. Great story there, Taylor. Thank you for sharing. And I can relate with you so much here, because I have a similar background where, working with like everyday users and then translating what they are trying to do into technical, requirements, and then building, like I used to be a solutions director at one point. And so it was like the big deal to me is, meeting those clients and learning about, what they're trying to do, and then coming up with those solutions. And then sometimes, people they don't understand like the technology really well. So you have to kind of be that bridge, right, between the tech and the developers and the people. So yeah, that's great. Mikkel, would love to hear your story as well about ASI One.
Yeah, well, I guess it goes back to me, like, just being a part of Web3 culture and how we do things here as somebody that and respect and trust over a long period of time talks about something and your ears perk up. It's very much like, we are working towards a trustless future. There's still a lot of crap that goes on in this space, but I tend to follow people that have consistently shown up for years in the space, do not rug pull, do not represent bad products, and are just good people that are here for the long run. So when Lady Trader introduced me to Taylor to come on the adoption pod, I was like, dude, like, no brainer. This is amazing. And this tool sounds like it can be something that will really help me. So some of the things that I personally am excited about using is collaboration with my kids. I have two 17-year-olds. I'm a 43-year-old mom. They all have, like, every time we try to plan to do something together, it's like a 30, 45 minute, I don't like that kind of food. Well, I don't like this. I don't like that. And we can just set up our chat bots with all of our preferences and guide them, say, hey, I kind of want this tonight, but like, let's find something in the middle for the kids. And it guides us to consensus. And so one of the things that I think is really important and why I'm excited about this for personal, and they have a business suite too that I'm very excited for, like BD purposes and other things, automating so much of the BD flow that I have. Like I need to get Taylor to give me access to that one too. But on a personal level, it's like networking, communicating, all of my it's like we're able to find people that we connect with more easily in the world. We're not limited demographically to who's physically around me, and I am spending like most people more and more time online, and these AIs that are able to get to know you, make suggestions, make recommendations based on information you give it. I think, you know, Taylor, when you guys uploaded my thing, you uploaded my whole Twitter and my like some short stories I published and my LinkedIn and some other things, and my AI just has an understanding of who I am and can help make those recommendations for you know, things that I'm doing in my daily life or potential connections, because I love that Taylor brings up, you know, the socialized aspect of the app. And I don't think like that's as built out and robust yet, but I see the future. Like right now, Facebook recommends me people, and I'm like, why? Because they know somebody that I know. We have nothing in common. That's just a common person, but you know, maybe they're friends because they both like motorcycles. I have nothing to do with that. But these AI systems, like they will get to know us and they will help make valuable connections and introductions that meaningfully improve the quality of your life, your relationships, your interactions. And then on a business level, you know, scaling out to their other product, more efficient and time saving. Like, you know, I can't hand reaching out to people is a pain in the butt, you know, automating this stuff and having an AI that can do a lot of those elementary negotiations for me and information providing is such a huge asset, whether that's in my personal life or professional.
Yeah, I remember our conversation, Mick, when we first kind of started talking about ASI 1, and you were so excited, and you were not only for yourself, but also you were talking about your friends, like, okay, I know one of my friends does this, and I know this app can really help her. It was exciting, right? So that's definitely something that that is really awesome about ASI 1 app. It can help everybody.
Yes.
Joshua, would love to hear your story and your experience also with ASI 1.
Yeah, no. So overall, I do a lot of research on the industry and I follow a variety of different projects. So over the last 3 years, I've used AI every single day, and I've built up enough data to where I started to realize I was giving ChatGPT all of the data that I have been training over the last few years. So when I came across what Fetch was building in ASI 1, it gave me the opportunity to have a decentralized solution. And that was really exciting for me to own the data that I'm training my AIs with. If I'm going to use this type of technology every day, it would be more beneficial to me to own that data rather than letting OpenAI have access to that and potentially train other AI agents in the future, be able to use that for other people around the world. And I've spent hundreds of hours training this. I feel like that data is important and special to me. So having a decentralized opportunity, it felt like a perfect fit.
That's awesome.
Yeah, decentralized aspect, I think, is very, very attractive to those of us who actually realize how important your data is, and that's really important to understand that. Okay,
you're not paying for the product; you're the product, right? And like, I think that's common knowledge with us, but my friends on Facebook don't understand that. Like, we give you Facebook free, but we are stealing and packaging all of your data and selling it for way more than you would pay us to use this product.
Yeah.
And to the advertisers. So you figure everything that you post on Facebook, behind the scenes, they're packaging that data and selling it to advertisers, to where when you open a different app, when you open up YouTube, when you're watching TV at home, you're getting hit with ads specifically for the type of content you're posting and commenting on.
I, you know, from A to B, I love the ownership aspect, like the data, what you guys are talking about, decentralized. And even, like I said, the fun of it, the personalization, and probably we should explain because we haven't just yet, but what it actually is and does. And we alluded to like a social Facebook, all this, but the way I would explain it, right? It's almost, it's like your own personalized AI, your personalized. So forget ChatGPT. I always say it's like ChatGPT Taylor, like it's your own. You can put in your preferences to mix point your work, website, your socials, whatever it is, and it really gets to understand you, but not in a creepy way. And it could act as an assistant, both logistically, schedule business meetings. You can link your calendar, which you guys have seen. And also, you know, say your friends, you know, we have agents. We talked about doing a group with our agents and having them converse. You put in literally your preferences. Mine knows everything, like my coffee order. It is so specific, the vibes I like, and will plan things for you. It can literally plan, you know, trips and reservations, whether it's a date, a reunion, all this. And also just kind of, I feel like it's like The Sims in real life. Like you can watch your agents converse and just the fun of that in and of itself. So again, that idea of integrating it into your life to like enhance and elevate your life, free up your real time, and then make your life better so you can actually like vibe with the humans in real life, right? So it's kind of like the best of both worlds. And Mick, I love your example too of you know, planning things with your kids and being like, all right, you know, we can't decide, the kids can't decide what I'm going to give it the options. Let's let the ASI one decide what we're going to do.
I know all the moms feel me on this. It's like, I don't even want to take them out to dinner anymore because the hassle of agreeing on something is the same thing with a movie. Like what new movies are out and then nobody can agree and we'll sit there forever. And then I'm like, well, now I don't have time.
And also, you're not, you said earlier, you're a mom of 17. You're not a mom, you're a MILF. So that's like number one. Just to get that out there. But also the fact of, you know, the feature, I should say, like choosing your own adventure. And you guys actually had a call last week with the head developer where you can choose how the agent, the AI talks back to you. Like you can choose its personality of how it's talking to you. So if you want to get like, really, you know, trippy, you can have you talk to you. I think that's what mine is. I don't know if it's like, you know, millennial narcissism or if it's just how it was set up, but it's all just really fun too.
Yeah, I think that's looking at the ability to have the AI agents interact was a unique feature that you don't get with ChatGPT. So over the last 2-3 years of building up my presence inside my ChatGPT, I've always had ideas like, okay, it knows exactly when I like to film, what days I like to film. If I could just have my ChatGPT talk to the developer or the founder that I'm about to interview this weekend, that could take a lot off my plate and work out the scheduling. But now, with the fetch version, you can have your AI agent trained to your specifics and talk to another AI agent for if, as people adopt this technology, you could have more developers, more founders, friends, family, and you can have those AI agents talk back and forth based on your preferences. And that's going to be a powerful thing in the future.
Wait, question, Josh. I see you're wearing a wedding band.
Yep.
So you're married.
Yep.
Now, will
10
your
years.
wife, will your wife, 10 years. Okay. Will your wife have an agent and then you will, you know, converse on there where you're going to date night or maybe your 10-year anniversary, you can plan it for you. I don't know. But
now that's a funny thing because she just started using ChatGPT, so she's taking baby steps. Okay. I've been talking to my ChatGPT for, like I said, 2 to 3 years now, and she used to pick on me. Oh, well, what are you doing? Talking to your girlfriend? I'm like, no, I'm trying to train it. I'm having a conversation. And now she told me the other day there was something she was looking up, and it was something about our cats. But she opened up her ChatGPT and was looking it up. I'm like, oh, what are you doing? But she had those jokes. As we progress, eventually I'm going to get her on ASI 1 to be able to have our AI agents have those conversations instead of me getting picked on.
I'm saying.
That's amazing. It is funny. So
my cats always have
you know,
cancer when I check them on ChatGPT. It always comes back cancer, cancer, cancer. Or any disease I have, I check ChatGPT cancer.
ChatGPT can be scary. It can be very scary.
I bet
Joshua,
you
you know
like
what
too,
you
right?
mentioned about how it's helping you on your day-to-day life as a, as a thought leader, as a KOL, when you are interviewing people. This app is also helping me because I do a lot of live streams, I do a lot of spaces, and I also do a lot of technical analysis. So it's really fun to be able to just like this morning, I was talking to the ASI One app, and I basically just took a screenshot of Bitcoin, and I sent it to the app, and I said, "All right, tell me what it's about to do." And it was just funny to kind of sit down and have a conversation with AI to just kind of, and AI basically explaining to you like, okay, this is what it's about to do. Like AI thinks basically that Bitcoin is going to most likely hit 100K one of these days, and so I'm like, okay, we are on the same page, very very much on the same page there. But then what do I do? Like if I want to take a trade right now, like what would you recommend? Where would be my stop loss? And it's just funny. So I will also tell you, whenever I'm using like AI technology and trading decisions have to be my own. Like it cannot come
Okay.
from AI. And I will tell you that AI can be really awful about giving you signals. Like it just cannot trade like the way a human would. The technology is just not there yet unless you train it exactly to do what you would do. Like you have
Yeah,
to train the AI to do that.
the
The
training's
training part
important.
is
Yep.
important.
Yeah.
Exactly, right?
Train it
And
on your
so
systems and it will
exactly, it would
take
then
all the work
automate.
out of it.
Exactly. So if you can train it, that's phenomenal. But it will keep you out of bad trades without training. Like that.
Yep.
That's like tested pretty much on my end with on very many different platforms. It's like AI can really help you with that. It will keep you out of bad trades. It will also help you exit if you're already in a bad trade. So AI can really be helpful there. But yeah, it's phenomenal. And then another thing is, if I'm doing a stream or a space where I'm talking about, what's happening today in the markets or what happened this week, there's going to be just so much information out there, the information overload. How do you filter all of it out, right? That's when ASI One can help. Like I can just ask ASI One, hey, give me some key news headlines from this week, whatever happened in the crypto world. And of course, ChatGPT is not always up to date on what happened like today. It cannot tell me that. And so with ASI One, I'm able to get all of that information, really up to date information for the week, and it's fun to do. So Mick,
I
I
have a
see you.
question,
You're
Taylor. I
yeah.
was just thinking of something because, okay, so we'll obviously today Nikita put an end to InfoFi slop, but there's still going to be a lot of slop on the platforms. Can I specifically query like Twitter? Like what are the trending topics in my niche in crypto Twitter or whatever today? And can it curate like what is relevant and happening for that audience? And then also for Instagram, because different platforms have different circles. It's a huge creator tool is I guess what I'm trying to get at. Yeah.
So my show is twice a week and it hits, again, culture, society, entertainment, politics, tech.
Mhm.
And I have tasks deployed where I get a daily morning news roundup and you can curate it to, and again, like anything, right? There's a little bit of finessing. So you kind of have to like experiment, but it's awesome. And it saves me so much time of like looking through my feed, looking through whatever it is. And we'll just tell me the top, and you could pick like top 10, top 20 in those. You can even choose like outlets or,
Yeah,
that
news
specific,
sources. I have something set up like that too. Yep.
Yep. So, and then in terms of the timing, I know we had talked about this and we did talk about it with Devin, the head developer, who we got to get in on one of these streams. I'm trying to push him to be like more forward facing, the techies out in broad daylight. But that is something you guys are bringing up such a good point, because we have to be on the pulse with what we do. And ChatGPT can be such a cock block. I mean, I had a whole argument with it because it still thought that Charlie Kirk was alive. And I was like, Charlie Kirk died. And I was like going toe to toe with it. And I would send it articles being like, see, and it was adamant, like, nope, and it'll argue it, it'll get sassy too. So I know that with this technology, they have that, they're definitely cognizant of it. And I'm glad, Ra, that your experience thus far has been more timely. I know it's not as timely perhaps as like a Google search, but I think it's definitely better than a ChatGPT, than OpenAI, you know, because that's so important for what we do.
Yeah, I think it is like one thing that I would really like to mention here is that it is still an app that is in early stage. Like we are super early.
Yes.
And one thing about Fetch team is that they are so phenomenal about gathering the feedback that we are providing. Like I'm personally providing feedback to them. Joshua is, Mick is, Taylor, of course, is. And so it's just everything that you do, and they are very open to any feedback. So even when you use this app, which we're going to get into it now, how to use the app. We've been talking about this app and we're getting everybody excited, but we haven't really shown them yet what it can do. So some people are like, all right, just show us the app. How do I get started?
Yes.
So, but basically there is, I'll post a link as well in the comments so you can actually access. And then Taylor will be sharing her screen and kind of just walking us through the app.
There's a code too, right?
Yes.
Can we like maybe people can play along with Taylor right now as she shows us?
The code is ready to roll. It is, and Ra, the creative genius behind Ra, came up with this. I love it. The code is my ASI. It rhymes, and that's on purpose. You know, little catchy jingle of my ASI to get a free 3 months of a pro account, so you can have all the bells and whistles. And you know what is funny too, guys? I don't know how much because my instinct is to, Josh, you said this with, experiment.
Did you say you're in sync?
You don't want me to do the bye dance. You don't want me to do the bye dance because I will.
No, we don't want no in sync.
I actually do, Taylor.
No, but we actually do. Maybe my agent will do a little rendition. No, my instinct is to test and push the boundaries. And because I'm curious how much you guys have, because I am working with the developers, literally, like we will go in certain threads and chats if there's a little mishap, right? So my instinct is to be like, how far does this go? How dirty does it go? How this or that? But I've had to keep it clean because I'm like, are they seeing everything? Are they seeing if they're gonna? But all that to say, it's clean so far. So you guys are gonna see my thread history here. But let's see.
Holy smokes!
So mine is right, because you kind of want to know, and even
your discretion is advised.
Yeah, and we will get into it either this stream or some of the following ones. But the social, aspects of it too, and some of the fun campaign stuff I've been doing with dating and men and women, and where AI comes into play and all that. AI boyfriends, girlfriends, you know it. It's a wild west. So that's why I kind of frame this as like the non-creepy. It's like your AI assistant best friend, but it's not creepy. It gets you. But that said, I am still curious about how far this technology goes, asking for a friend, because I am the guinea pig. So
what did you guys pick for? I picked meme dealer for mine of the preset. Like
here, I'm going to do share screen. I'm hoping it. Oh, cool. All right. Here we go.
I have changed it so many times, Mick. I've changed it multiple times.
Well, I have 3, right? Do we all have 3? Is that how it's supposed to be?
No, I think I just have 1.
I have like multiple probably personality disorders, so it would make sense.
Damn.
Recognizing.
No, exactly.
I do have 2.
Ra, I have my screen shared. I'm just merging words here. Are you able to see it?
Yes, I'm gonna add it to the stage now.
Perfect.
And I'm gonna move us below so people can see the screen right here.
Cool. So you guys know, this is a little bit of inception moment, because my agent is, me. So my agent is Talk to Me Taylor. That's kind of my on-screen sassy, politically irreverent, tell it how it is persona. And it's that's the Taylor you see. And it's Talking to Me Taylor, which is the same person, but it's a little bit more like chill. So just so you know. But here's a great example. This is again with it knowing all my preferences. Somewhere in Nashville to go to dinner tonight that is romantic and vibey.
Oh.
So I look at it, honey, you've come to the right city. Like the way it talks, that's also what is hilarious, because if you wanted to talk like you and be you, you could be like, I never, like, would I actually talk like this? It's just fun. So here's how it breaks it down, right? And it literally will tell you tonight's availability. Do you want me to book it for you? And it'll kind of like, and I have to tell you, I know Nashville really well. That's where I'm based, if you guys didn't gather that. And I'm known for finding like the really fun under the radar stuff to do. And I have to tell you, this is always on point. Everything it recommends, I'm like, I love this. So that's really cool. But so see, this is how detailed it is. That's really fun. So I just wanted to give you guys an example of a thread. And so it is streamlined. Like you guys said, we're working, they're working bugs out to make it even more streamlined, right? But so basically you're going to click to edit. So this is your profile, your personality, all the goods right in here. You guys are going to know my life story. These are the preferences I'm talking about. Literally, could I be more specific? Okay, here's my coffee. Where can I get this? But it's kind of right to the point. So this way versus a chat GPT, which sources like Yelp and casts such a wide net, this is literally for you. So you can make it all yours. And then see, this is sort of the logistics, marketing, all this, personality. I only have 2. I'm not full Sybil just yet. And then I did want to show you guys too, the feature of collaborating. Okay. So this is what's really great about this, Mick. I love the Web 2 parallel you drew to Facebook, how it'll just give you recommendations. I love how in here it's more pointed. So you have to approve, seek out and approve the other AIs you're going to be interacting and collaborating with. So that's all in here with connections, friends, family. I know I'm very popular with basically 3 of the developers. What can I say? I mean, my social life is popping, guys. And I want to show you too how because it's so simple to where you can go in a chat. Here are the collabs once you establish them. Okay, but you can go into a chat and literally say, hey, here, I want to show you. Collaborate with Devin. So Devin's one of your friends. And then it's going to just collaborate with Devin. We want to schedule a business meeting. We want to schedule a lunch on Friday. Our availability, it'll take your calendar. The agents will do their thing, the collabs. Or even Josh, in your case, if your agent and another agent, they want to, collab and just discuss the latest in crypto, whatever it is, even to just converse if it's planning something. So those are just some of the main features, but I want to take you guys to the homepage, which will look like this. And I believe I haven't done it just yet, but it's like dating, it's like I'm kind of waiting in anticipation for a little more and more and more of the mystery of what I can get. But I believe you can also set it up to where it's like every morning, show me a motivational, create a motivational illustration of blank or whatever it is. So it's customized, socialized. And as you can see here, like mine is all Nashville based, travel guide, brunch rec. So yeah. And then it has your recent. So I feel like that kind of covers everything in a nutshell. But I really like, again, the ease of going, like starting a new chat. And as you can see, same thing with OpenAI, like all your past threads will be here. But I love the ease of going, start up a conversation with this person about blank and make this plan happen or whatever it is.
Yeah. I have actually left in the comments box, I did leave the link to the Fetch AI app and also the code that you should be using when you sign up. So make sure that you're using that code. And I want to talk a little bit about the giveaway as well that we will be having. So we are going to be doing a lot of spaces and streams for about Fetch AI, basically, and ASI One app specifically. And so we are going to be diving into it. We're going to be giving you a lot of use cases and things that we actually find exciting. And so you want to make sure that you join the app and you join us for those conversations that we're going to have, so you can learn more about the app. And then I would say probably around the end of the month, or probably first week of February, is when we are going to pick some winners. And yeah, so it's going to be very exciting. And we are going to come up with we are not disclosing it yet, but it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. The way that we're going to pick winners, it is going to be through ASI One app. So you want to make sure that you are signed up and you're ready and you're using the app. So there's going to be a lot of fun things that we will be doing with the app. So make sure that you download the app, make sure that you are using the app, and even better, for extra points, you can also put out some content if you would like, and just tag us. If you've used this app and you like it and you want to share something, please share it on your X account, and then tag us. Tag me, tag Taylor, Mick, all of us, Joshua. And yeah, and then we will review it. We'll see what you came up with, if you have any questions. So I definitely encourage you to do that. And it's a fun app. The more you use it, the more addicted you're going to be to this app. It's fun. It's not like simple chat GPT. It's actually really, really fun to use.
I can't wait to see what everyone comes up with. And no participation trophies here, okay? May the best man win, or woman, for these giveaways. And yeah, to Ra's point, like, just play and experiment and have fun with it. And I think what's so exciting about this too is that we are not sitting here and pretending like this is the most, polished, perfect, product you're ever going to see. It's like we're sort of all figuring it out together. And it's there, and the concept is there, and it's so promising, but it's kind of fun to experiment and play and kind of see it through from the ground up together, meaning, even us four here and all of you guys who are going to participate early on. And it's exciting. It's exciting to be, on this tech wave and going, I was in on it early and I helped mold it, and I saw it from the beginning stages to here. It's all just kind of, it's the future. So it's just fun play too, right? To be
Mine's
part of.
I just decided I want to meme about Nikita Bayer canceling InfoFi. And it's like, it just literally, is that okay, Betsy? I hear you loud and clear. You want a funny meme about Nikita Bayer canceling InfoFi? And it's a funny, I'll send it in the group chat. I wish I could put it here. Maybe I'll tweet it, actually. I have a couple things refined, but it's so funny, right? Like, you can just sit there and be like, you're talking, and then I think, I want to try that random idea in my head, and it just does it. Like, this is fun. This is the future. The future, I tweeted yesterday. The future doesn't fit in boxes. It's whatever you want it to be.
Exactly.
Use the tools that will help you expand your creativity, not try to fit in.
I love that. And I'm curious, I'm all about, share for share. Could anyone else share something that their ASI One came up with, be it a meme or an illustration or a chat or anything? I mean, if I'm the only one today, that's cool, but I'm just curious.
So for me, I would say that one way that I use the app is to schedule like meetings, right? So if I want to meet with someone, and like a lot of times we are on the go, and in Web3, your work never stops. It doesn't matter what you're doing. Like, you may be in the car, you may be going somewhere, your work never stops. And so sometimes you get like a request, okay, I'm talking to a client, and we want to meet at some point. And so I just ask them, what time they are available, and if they're not using the ASI One app already, right? But if they're using it, then of course ASI One agent will take care of it for me fully. But if they're not using it yet, I am using it, then I'll ask the client what time they are available, and then I'll just send that information over to my agent and say, all right, this is the This is the time, this is the email address, please send an invite, and it will be taken care of. So I don't have to open my calendar or ask them to use the Calendly link and then schedule a call and all of that. It's done very quickly. And then the other thing that I've used AI like this way quite a bit, even before ASI 1. ASI 1 makes it a lot easier. But what I would do normally is, let's say every week I will get a few things that I'm going to be doing, like especially if I'm invited to a series of spaces. And so it's like, all right, these are the spaces that we would love to have you on. Can you please approve? And I'll just basically take a screenshot of that. I don't even have to type it. Just take a screenshot of it and send it through my AI apps and say, all right, please schedule these times on my calendar, book this time on my calendar, and boom, it's done. I don't have to do it. Nobody else has to do it. It's just automated that way. And I don't even have to type it. It's just taking a screenshot and sending it in. And so AI really makes your life easier, which kind of brings me to a point that I want to discuss as well, because right now, the way the world is moving, people are very scared of AI, right? We have a lot of misconceptions right now that we are trying to clean up. It kind of takes me back to 2019, 2018, when everybody was super skeptical of cloud technology. And I was actually, a techie, and I was working in Web 2, basically building cloud solutions back then. And then COVID hit, and then everybody was forced to go to the cloud. And so it was like they had to adopt, right? So this is the thing about technology. If you don't adopt fast enough, you're going to be forced to adapt, or you're going to be left behind. A lot of companies that existed back then no longer exist because they did not adopt the technology fast enough, and they were replaced very quickly. And so now we have AI that we talk about, and we are moving towards AGI and ASI. We're not going to get into that yet, but the world is moving fast, especially in the tech, and there are misconceptions. So what do you think are some of the biggest misconceptions that people have about AI, and how do you address those? So we'll start with you, Mikkel.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know how I address them. I've just started. I volunteer in an office that like literally doesn't even take credit cards yet because it's run by a bunch of 60-plus-year-olds. It's hard to get people to adopt anything new. They'll use credit cards, but figuring out. So like there is going to be that bias with older generations, but what I'm really focusing on is the message that like AI is inevitable. It doesn't matter whether you get on the train or the wave or whatever or not. It's coming, and there are big and scary parts of it. And if you don't even have a baseline understanding, how are you going to navigate that future? So products like this, where you can pop in and see what the potentials are and be inspired. And some people will come up with amazing products based on interacting with these they'll have ideas like, oh, if AI can do this, AI can do all this. Like, it is the new playground. It is going to create future millionaires. Like anybody who's in business or, running your local businesses, ask it for marketing ideas for your local area. It is endless. Most people that I know, people treat ChatGPT and the other AIs as like Google. They think all the answers come from a database. It's not. It's like a completely different. And if you're not utilizing it, you will just be, it's like when everybody did websites, and the businesses that resisted doing websites and getting online are the ones that are gone. And the ones who adapted are now, as big as Amazon, Shopify, and all these other, like DWS shoes, they have a huge online presence, and they were just retail stores. Walmart, all of these things. You have to dabble, I guess, is my feeling. You have to dabble.
No, absolutely. You have to really. Yeah, you have to utilize it. You have to learn and be open-minded enough to do that, right? Taylor, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, that was so well said. And I so agree that this wave is coming and people are so afraid. And I have, my background is, like I said, in Hollywood. And, Mick, we talked about this on your show, but the actors and the guilds like freaking out. There's an AI actress now who is like coming for, the WME representation, the whole thing. And they're wigging out. And I'm going, guys, if you don't incorporate this, the wave is coming. Like your ass is grass and AI is the lawnmower. Like seriously, because it is coming in like a freight train. So mission in all of this, again, is to marry the two. At the end of the day, it's never going to, well, never say never, because I can get dark with it.
Yeah, don't do that.
Never say never. I can't get dark with it, but
Hopefully not.
We're always going, I think there will be some renaissance. The human will emerge. We are going to want the human connection underneath. So I think the biggest misconception, Rod, to your question, is that it's just this dark, evil, nefarious force coming in to eradicate and take us over. And the way I see it is, it's like anything. Yes, it's the Wild West. Yes, it's uncertain. Yes, we don't know. But again, the more that we understand it, are empowered, even a tool like this, to incorporate it in our lives, not monopolize, but to incorporate it in, is huge. And again, always maintaining that human. And the last thing I'll say before it's kicked over to you, Josh, is even kind of the fun social stuff I've been doing with this campaign. And tell me if you guys disagree, but I told the developers, I said, guys, you know, people are scared. They're wigging out. They're, quite frankly, they're pissed. Like AI coming for their relationships, their sex lives, their jobs. Yeah. So lean in. Don't pull an open AI and become more cold and robotic. Like, lean in, be self-aware and self-deprecating enough to, you know, wink at that and go, we're not trying to come for you. We are just here to be part of your lives and make the human part better. And even one of the social aspects of the campaign in a video I just started today is the funny joke of like, you know, what's something like your ASI agent can do that, you know, your boyfriend or girlfriend, your partner can't do. And so everyone's joking and having fun. But the kind of kicker at the end is, right, like, let's get back to the basics. Like, let's not let the AI, you know, beat us in that department and get, so kind of winking and laughing at, you know, at it at ourselves, right, in the meantime, I think is huge. So people don't feel as scared.
Something that you said just like before you go, Josh, I just don't want to forget. I read an article today that said being offline is going to be the new status symbol, right?
Right.
Having your agents, we're not going to be glued to our screens anymore. We're going to have agents that do that for us. And it will be a luxury to be offline. We will be free in a so much more true sense. So that is all the more reason to start automating your life online now.
Absolutely.
Yeah, there's so many different things. I know you guys just went hard for like 15 minutes. I got to get my catching up over here. So for the product itself, ASI one example is I set up a daily task that every single day it will look for new AI agents inside ASI one that will help me write better content. So every single day I get 3 to 4 new AI agents that I can talk to and craft the way I post my content or the way I word it, being more elaborate with my structure. So that's been helpful. I'm looking at another one here. Another one is with the news. We talked about this a little bit earlier, but with the news, I have specific news websites where I enter a prompt, I enter that website for a specific news source, and every day at 9 a.m., it gives me the top 10 news posts from the last 24 hours. So I know exactly what's going on in the industry at all times. Now I have a specific task for like 10 different news sources. So every single day at 9 a.m., awesome. I get all my news and I know what's going on. So as far as using ASI one for tasks, those are 2 of the big ones I use it for. Overall, go ahead.
Did anyone else think Josh was saying nudes the whole time until the end?
Damn.
I did. It's a little weird. I'm sorry.
I'm also dead because I'm like, if this isn't a microcosm of real life, like poor Josh is sitting back. He's like, I'm just going to let the ladies talk here at all. Like when I can, I'm like, this is literally every gathering ever of men and women. It is cracking me up.
This is why you need ASI agents, right? That's why you need ASI agents.
Have this conversation. But
you're canceled, Josh, by the way.
Overall, damn, don't do that. Overall, in the industry or in life in general, AI is going to take over every single industry. Whether you want to accept it or not, it's going to be in every single industry. Another example is 6 months ago, okay, so let me take you back. 15 years ago, I was a musician for 10 years. Then I retired and I went all in on marketing. And then I entered crypto and blockchain. So I've had different careers over the last 20 years. That getting to over the last 6 months, I've seen the evolution of AI in music. And it sparked my love for music again. And I had a few songs that I had written 10 years ago, but I never had the time to really fully produce them. I used AI to help me craft those songs and release them. And I was able to do those songs, one song a night, fixing my prompts, changing my prompts, but I was able to reduce the time it took to produce a song into less than 24 hours, where if you go to a studio, you got to get it mixed and mastered. You got to have so many takes on your vocals. With the AI, I can upload samples of my voice, upload the text for the words in the song, and then just keep changing the prompts until it sounds good. That was incredible. That's one example of how AI is going to intersect with music. With TV, you talked about the actor that's going to come over. You got musicians that are topping the charts right now.
Yeah.
Every different industry, even for us content creators, you're going to have to be able to use AI to help make your content better, make your videos better. They have Opus Clip. Opus Clip will chop up any video and give you short clips. There's a million different ways AI is going to improve your life. So you have to adjust, and you have to keep an open mind about this technology. It's not coming for you. It's an advancement on humans. That's the way I look at it.
Yep. It's going to increase productivity for you. It's going to give you some time back so you can have more time with your family. It's just AI really, it's exciting. It's a great technology. And so the future is going to be very different. I mean, I'm training my own AI twin as well. And I can tell you that it just makes me happy that a lot of tasks that I do, like even for consulting, people can talk to my AI twin 24/7, no matter what time of the day it is. So, but yeah, great takes there, everybody. I think today's stream was absolutely phenomenal. Really, really excited to continue our conversation during our next stream. So we will be back again next Thursday for another Tech Thursday stream. That's going to be fun. And we will, of course, have Joshua, we'll have Taylor, we will have Mick, and maybe we will even bring another guest with us. So who knows, right? We have some surprises along the way. So it's going to be fun.
Get in here, Devin.
And
yeah.
Yep. And also, by the way, for giveaway, I just want to mention that there will be 20 winners for the giveaway. So that's going to be really awesome as well. So lots of chances for everybody to win. And I hope that all of you download the app, test it out, and send screenshots. We want to see how you're using it. It's going to be fun. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me today, Taylor, Joshua, Mick. This was a fun conversation. And we will be back again next week, everybody. Thank you for tuning in.
Let me put a stamp on that.
Yes.
Let me put a stamp on that. Visit asi1.ai and use the code MyASI. MyASI. Let's go.
Josh, you're a poet and you didn't even know it. I mean, but, to Josh's point before we go, I actually would put a double stamp on that. As developer Devin, I'm just going to coin him now, told us the app is a little bit lagging behind using on mobile or desktop at asi1.ai. So I'd recommend using on mobile or desktop, but you can play with the app too. And hey, the more feedback, the better. Like I said, we're all in it together. Call us High School Musical. I don't know, but either way, yes.
No,
and I just co-sign everything they said. Yes,
what they said.
I got left out. You guys stamped things. I need to co-sign.
Damn. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah,
awesome.
Yeah. No, that's great. And I did leave a comment with all that information as well already. So everybody just check out the comments under the stream. You have the link, you have the code written, and you can access that. Thank you so much, Taylor. Thank you, Mick. Yes. Thanks, Joshua. This was a fun conversation. Have a wonderful rest of the day.
See you guys next week.
Bye-bye.
See you next time.
See you next week. Bye.
Bye.